Growing up, I was raised going to church every Sunday, but the fact that I was going to church didn't mean that I was paying attention. I have an amazing family. I have wonderful friends that were always there for me. Despite all of that, I grew up feeling lonely and knew that something was missing from my life. A piece of my heart was empty, and I was uncomfortable. To fill the loneliness that consumed me, I would go to parties and get drunk. I would date lots of guys to try to fill this aching emptiness, but all their compliments and all the attention they gave me just wouldn't fill the void. When I went to my first semester at Northern Kentucky University with my best friend, we went crazy. Since my parents no longer were with me and could no longer control me, I stopped going to church and completely shut out any chance of having a relationship with God. It only took a month at NKU to realize how much I didn't want to be there. Since I was in 8th grade, my dream was to go to Murray State, but I ignored the dream to stay comfortable. At NKU, I had my best friend and I had my boyfriend, but I was uncomfortably comfortable. I decided to take a risk and transfer to MSU for my second semester of college. One weekend, I went down to visit my brother at MSU and to tour the campus. He took me to the Journey. I had never been to such a wonderful church. The Journey Church was so fun and I had a great atmosphere, and Matt talked about things that I could relate to. I knew that this was the church I was going to go to as soon as I got here in the spring semester. After visiting Murray, I went back to NKU and something changed in me. I knew I wanted to be closer to God, but I had no idea what any of it meant or what to do. I kept drinking and dating around, but I knew I wanted something different, something more. When I finally got to MSU, something just hit me when I started going to the Journey Church. I kept praying and kept going to church and started reading my Bible again. One church service asked about being baptized, and I had never really thought about it. But it was like God was telling me to do it. I met with Matt to talk about the baptism and to talk about starting a relationship with Christ. I remember he told me that a baptism is like a wedding ring, and that it's just to show people that you've started this relationship with Christ. Matt and I prayed about it during the meeting, and I broke down. The tears just fell from my eyes, and I couldn't control it. I wanted to live my life for God and rid my life of the past, the loneliness, the emptiness, the void that I couldn't fill. After meeting with Matt, I was ready for the baptism that coming Sunday. I had never felt so sure of anything in my life. It was a different kind of comfortable, a better kind of comfortable. I never thought that I could get so emotional over something like that. It was starting my relationship with Christ that filled the emptiness in my heart that I had been longing for, and I had never felt so whole in my life. I still have changes to make in my life, but I know that I can do it now that I have God in my life. My parents came down that Sunday with a couple of friends and saw me get baptized. It was one of the happiest days of my life thus far, and something I will never forget. After that Sunday, a lot changed in me. I was happy again, and I didn't need alcohol or guys to fill that emptiness in me. It was God I needed all along. Every once in a while, I still hit a bump in the road and lose sight and focus, but then I realize that God loves me and knows that I make mistakes. It is God who comforts me daily and keeps me strong through every problem I face, and I am so blessed to have my relationship with God. Along with my wonderful family and friends, now I have God.